Hey everyone. A few of you asked me to make some videos on track preparation, so today I'm going to specifically talk about how to get your S2000 track ready. Now before we start, I just want to say thank you for 2,000 subs, and second, I grew a mustache. Let me know what you think in the comments. When it comes to driving on track, the most important thing is your safety. So first and foremost, let's talk about roll bars. The Honda S2000 comes with factory rollover protection, and this will actually allow you to run at some tracks in the US without an aftermarket roll bar. Having said that, installing a roll bar is a fantastic thing to do for safety, but honestly, I really don't think it's that worth it for your first track day. Despite what you might think, during your first track day, you're going to be driving nowhere near the limit. You will spend the majority of your mental capacity learning the road course, keeping track of the flags, and just developing your spatial awareness for the people that are around you. The next most important thing to address is your brakes. Before you get on track, you're probably going to want to install stainless steel brake lines. There are well-documented incidences where OEM brake lines have burst on track and have led to fatalities. Seriously. The OEM brake lines are made of rubber, and they can burst after one, coming into contact with track debris, and two, they can burst just under the pressure that is generated by the high temperature brake fluid. Stainless steel lines use a Teflon hose to reduce expansion, and they're also braided with stainless steel, so that will prevent any damage from any track debris. Honestly, the older your car is, the more important it is that you consider installing stainless steel lines, because as rubber ages, it will just weaken and dry rot. You can pick up DOT approved brake lines from reputable sellers like Goodrich and StopTech for about $125. Once you have stainless steel brake lines, you're going to want to make sure you have brake pads that can withstand the heat that is going to be generated by all the braking that you're doing on track. If you use OEM pads, you might end up melting through the pads entirely depending on the track. Ask me how I know. For a novice, a mixed duty pad like the WinMax W3, the Hawk HP Plus, the Project Mu HC 800 Plus, and EBC Yellow Stuff should all be sufficient for a first track day. Different tracks will be harder on the brakes than others, so it's in your best interest to actually research this yourself before you make a decision on which brake pad you're going to buy. If you can't decide between two pads, I would recommend just getting the more aggressive pad. That way you don't have to deal with the potential brake fade that you may experience on track. With an aggressive brake pad, you're also going to want to use a brake fluid that can withstand high temperatures. If you use OEM brake fluid, you could end up boiling it. And what this will do is actually introduce air into the system and make your brake pedal feel really soft and mushy, and it will just give you an inconsistent brake pedal feel. ATE Type 200 is a really affordable brake fluid that should meet the needs of all beginners and even probably most intermediate drivers. As far as rotors go, any OEM rotor or aftermarket blank should be just fine. The only other thing I think you should consider upgrading for your S2000 is the tires. For your first track day, you don't really need sticky tires, and personally, I believe that you should learn to manage the limits of the car when they're lower and slower and therefore safer. Having said that, if you do need new tires, there are some excellent tires in the 200 tread wear range that will be great on both the street and the track. Some favorites are the Bridgestone RE71Rs, then you have the Dunlop Dureza Z2 Star Specs, you have the Advan Nova 808Rs, you have the Hankook RS3s or the Hankook RS4s, and then more recently we've seen on the lower end the Federal 595 RS RRs. Tires can be very expensive, so don't let that prevent you from doing your first track day. Once the brakes and tires are sorted out, honestly, I don't believe you really need any other modifications in order to make your S2000 track ready. As long as the maintenance is kept up to date, you should be able to beat on the car lap after lap. Despite how fun it is to modify your car, you don't need a big brake kit, you don't need a GT wing, you don't need R compounds, and you don't need a baffled oil pan before you're ready to go on the track. Tracking the Honda S2000 is an incredibly rewarding and humbling experience. After your first track day, you'll soon realize that the only modification that you need to invest in is the driver mod. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, smash that subscribe button if you want to see more. In the coming weeks, I'll specifically discuss how to inspect your car right before a track day and the things that you should bring with you to the racetrack. Peace.